morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know why we're here. To honor a very great lady. I've known Mary and Tony for about 30 years, ever since I moved out here. And the war stories were great. Mary was a friend of everyone. If you had a walker coming in off the dike, she greeted them with a smile and a hi there and made them feel welcome. If you were a pilot, she wanted to know all about it. Mary had an affinity for being a master at just about everything, from keeping us in line, to being a good cook, to running a fish store on the North Shore, to designing steam engines for the Yugoslav Railway. No kidding. And at 18, she was also cook, bottle washer, and instigator to help on a road gang after the war, rebuilding the Yugoslav roads. You'll see a bunch of the young fellows walking around here in black pants and white shirts, the BCIT aviation class. Here they are over here. All volunteers here today, so if you need some help, corner one of them. Trevor Skillins, followed by George Curbison in the Wacko cabin. The big formation is coming in from the north. In the lead will be the Beach 18, known as the Expediter in military parlance, or the Bug Smasher. It's flown by Andy Wallace and Carter Mann. Beautifully executed. Show smoke on, and John Morasic pulling up into the missing man form in break. On the right wing, air show star Bud Granley. Right wing outer, Don Crow, Royal Canadian Navy pilot.
Today we're here to celebrate the life of Aunt Mary. Mary Swain, née Sarich, a sister, a wife, an aunt, an employer, a friend to many, but to me, she was my Aunt Mary. I'll miss my Aunt Mary, along with my brother, Ross, Linda, and Bruce, sister, and my cousins, Michael, Eva Marie, and Mark, they're John's children, and Susie, who was with Uncle George, and all of 9, mine and their children and grandchildren. I'll miss my Aunt Mary. Thank you.
Good morning, friends, family, Tony, Ann, Butch, family members, sailing friends, Mary's flying friends, and many other friends. Auntie Mary always said she was a very lucky, ordinary person and was blessed by her wonderful circle of friends. Mary was an extraordinary person, and we are all blessed and better people for having known her. Thank you.
And I'm here as Mary and Tony's friend and representing the Canadian Owners and Pilots Association that Mary and Tony have been they've been so deeply involved for so many years. Tony, I also bring condolences from your friends and staff at COPA from all across Canada, in particular John Bogie, the founder of Canadian Owners and Pilots Association, Kevin Sutka, the president and CEO, and Paul Hayes, the chairman of the board. This was her place, and if it wasn't for Mary and Tony and Terry Wilshire and some of the other folks that are here today, the airpark just wouldn't exist. And this is how I got to meet Mary and Tony back in the early 90s, when they were fighting for the continued existence of the Delta Airpark. Friends, with Mary's passing, we have lost not only a dear friend, but also one of BC and Canada's prime ambassadors for the general aviation community, and we will all miss her. Thank you.
Mary would have just loved it here. People to hear from everywhere. There's families here. There's friends from, as you heard, San Diego. I couldn't believe it. One of the kids flying today, and everybody with kids to Mary, came from Ottawa. Carter, man, to celebrate Mary's life. I'll say this, that I was a very, very lucky man to meet my Mary, my lovely Mary. Anne's here, sister, she takes over as the head of the family now. She's the only one left of the siblings. The other Tony was her brother Tony, so I never knew what was going on because she talked to her mom on the phone, did Mary, and she'd say, you know, Tony, Tony, and I never knew if they were talking about me or about her brother. And she was champion of the world. I like telling people that, oh yeah, my wife is champion of the world dive bomber, you know. And it really was. It was an international thing. We were the only international airplanes there, but it was an international event. And we won. She won that, and we won the dirtiest airplane award, and the furthest travel to get there. And I would look behind me, and there she was sitting in the back seat with his helmet on, and she always had the goggles stuck right in the very top, up there, like that. And this is Mary's walking stick. And I don't know what else to say other than I want to thank all the committee and our friends so much for what they've done here. I wasn't involved. I didn't know what they were really planning. I really didn't, and they've done such a wonderful job. And I want you to know that my friends are here from the Gulf Yacht Club, from the flying clubs, the Boundary Bay Flying Clubs, the REA. There's people from all various, I just can't name them all, and I thank you all so much for coming. And I'm proud of what my Mary has achieved. Thank you very much.
One last parting thing. I've chosen a song by the Central Command Band of the Royal Canadian Air Force. A Time to Say Goodbye.
That really, for me, was the real telltale of how much my Uncle Tony loved my Auntie Mary, and for all reason purposes, the greatest woman I've ever known. Really, really, truly is. So, I miss you. I love you. Thank you.
Quando sono sola sogno d'orizzonte mancano parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce una.
It's sad that we've lost Mary, and I always thought she just loved me. But it seems like she loved everybody.
She's been a wonderful lady, and again, I would like to offer our condolences to Tony and his family and friends. Thank you, guys.
As a staff person at Metro Vancouver, I met Mary in about 1995 and became more involved in knowing her and her volunteer duties out here in 1997 till now. It's been an amazing experience knowing such a wonderful, caring, and considerate person.
My name is Rick Mess. Messick, and I've been asked by my mother, Rose Messick, to say a few words on behalf of our family in tribute to a wonderful lady named Mary Swain.
Mary, we know you're here. We know you're still going to be here. And we want to all say thank you so much for what you have done, how you have loved us.
That's very interesting.
The picture was just given to me by Carly Popovich and Mary when they were both 16. And when they arrived in Yugoslavia, former Yugoslavia, on the Rodnik, they were dressed in this manner, picked up and trundled into trucks and sent out to work on the voluntary road. And Carly just gave this to me. Now she's 85. And of course, they're both 16 and rather beautiful. This is my younger brother's wife. Of course, all my family's disappearing.
Your younger brother?
George. Yes.
But he's passed away now.
5 have passed away. I'm the only remaining sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quite a nice event.
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, it was extraordinary, but she was an extraordinary person.
Exactly.
Yeah.